Okay, this is Mario once again with MIA Micro Flight, and these are my spindles that I just made from flat T brackets. I bent the end here. Actually, I shaved a little bit. I've created a line there using this cutter on this mini mill, so that I could bend this like you see it there. Unfortunately, this one I bent this one not on the vise. I bent these on the vise, so it's got a little more curvature. This one I bent it on the bender, sitting behind there, and it's got a sharp bend, a sharp edge, I should say. And when I went to bend it, it cracked because it was too sharp of a bend. This one I bent on the vise, and this was just fine. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to weld this piece that broke from here to finish the C bracket, to complete the C bracket, because it's kind of missing this piece right here. This is the piece that broke. So I'm going to weld that and reinforce this with fillets. Just some, just a nice weld there. It should hold it. Maybe I'll reinforce this with a double plate. I don't know yet, but I don't want to get it too complex. This is what I'm after, this type of C bracket. This is going to be the spindle for the go-kart. Of course, I'm going to have to shave this a little bit more so that it clears this. I don't want to be cutting this. I don't want to be concaving this. So I'm going to shave the bolts. These are 5/8 bolts that are going to hold the wheels. This is the front steering, right side. So that's going to be like that. And when this is bent, the bracket will be bent, mirror image to this one right here. I'll have the link or the tab for the with the right offset there for the Ackerman, and that'll have the ball, the tie rods with ball links. So I ordered some ball links, some additional ball links for to do this connection here. So that's coming up in the next couple of days. But by that time, I should have this finished, welded, and this one reinforced as well. I created these spacers here for. I created those spacers out of this tube here. These are tubes that I get. I get sewing thread from a company. I don't know where I got this from, yeah, but you can get them pretty much anywhere. But this is where this is how the spools of a thread come in. And so when I run out of thread, I keep these things, because this is, I believe this is nylon. This is a nylon bobbin. So I cut these pieces from this right here. They're 3/4 in height, and those will provide me the bearing, for this to pivot on, with a nice surface, solid surface. It's pretty solid there. I'm also doing the inside of the inside this square tubing to create additional support, so that'll be inside, and these on the outside. So that'll be a nice support there, pretty flat there. So just kind of a quick video, sort of testing this. It's no longer a mock-up. This is the real part. I just have to shave the bolts. I have the bolts on order, 5/8 by 4. I think I ordered 4 inches, 4.5, something like that. 5/8 bolts. Those will be the gold zinc plated bolts that I like. I also ordered some of these bolts here. This is actually a I believe this is a 5/16 bolt. That would work just fine. But I think I'm going to go with 3/8 for these connections here. And 3 millimeter thickness. It's a little bit under 1/8. This so when I weld these on the corners here, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut some additional brackets. I have those also on order. They should be coming in. I really like these brackets. You can do pretty much anything. The T brackets, you know, you can brace the frame a little more. I'm going to have to do the seat as well as the motor mount. So I think I'll be using these brackets with some additional pieces of this 1.5 inch square steel tubing. Once again, this comes from Home Depot. These are posts that are used for fencing. This is working out really nice. I think it's going to be an elegant looking go-kart the way I'm making it. And once again, you know, I could buy C brackets, I could buy the spindles, I could buy all the stuff, but what's the fun when you buy stuff like that, right? So I decided to make this. If you see my earlier video, which would be part 1 of this particular series on this particular project, you'll see how I arrived at this particular design here. You know, this is kind of approximating the go-kart that I did, the radio control go-kart that I did with a similar structure, you know, just square tubing. Of course, that's at quarter scale. So that's I'm using 1/4 inch, actually a little bit under a quarter scale, but I'm using 1/4 inch aluminum extrusions, you know, for that go-kart. Go check out that video if you're interested in seeing what I'm talking about. But it uses similar spindles, but of course, you know, when I did the radio control one, I did those spindles out of 3D printed parts. You know, it's a little more 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 complex geometries there because it's a 3D printed part. This is not, it's not just you know, a metal bracket. And so, but it's very much the same idea, you know, with the bracket pivoting on this front end and having the you know, the bolt for the wheel. Very similar assembly. I will be bending this. Well, there's 2 options here. I could either make another one like this if I don't want to go with the bend here, or just bend this one mirror image to this bend right here, which is working out just fine. I could also bend this a little bit here, you know, to create a little more more angle here for the Ackerman setting. I can also drill another hole here if I want to go a little bit shorter on this arm. So and then I could also cut this if it's. I think it's going to be just fine the length it is right now. Once I put the tie rods, that should be fine. So I could do the same here, or another thought was to use some kind of another bolt right through here that extends out to about kind of past this bolt distance a little bit this way, you know, to create the angle for the Ackerman, and I can connect a tie rod to that. You know, so just another extension here attached to this, in lieu of twisting it. This took me quite a bit of effort, you know, to bend this, but I use I put this on my vise, and then I used a C bracket to tighten this up mid section here, and then I just used you know, a lot of hand, a lot of muscle power to do that. But I was able to get it, you know, to that you know, twisted 90 degrees here and create this bend also. So this is where I'm at with this. I'm going to be cutting another 2 pieces here, actually 3, one for the inner section here, and the other 2 spacer washers for this nylon tube here. I have some more of this, so not a problem there. Once again, Mario with MIA Marker Flight. You know, this kind of stuff that I like to get into, you know, from scratch, building things from scratch. You know, buying things is not, it's great if you, you know, if you don't like building and tinkering with things. I like tinkering with things and coming up with my own setups. And so that's the reason for doing this this way. And it's working. It'll work out beautifully. Stay tuned for more.